Hello, love. Welcome home to Eden. So, we got to talk about what makes you a fantastic lover and what kind of ruins it, what makes her disappear, and what makes her just lose interest when you were doing so well. You were doing so many good things, you were doing all your best tricks, and she skedaddled. I know why, because it just happened to me. I skedaddled. The thing is, the guy was so wonderful in all these ways and doing all the best tricks. But you know what? Wave sex versus particle sex. That's what we're here to talk about tonight, okay? So, wave sex. Wave sex is amazing. You know what it's like to be plugged into that wave where the two of you literally take each other into the divine. You hook each other into the eternal source of energy, and you're riding a wave that keeps flowing. So maybe it looks like you're kissing, and then you're rolling around, and then maybe breathing together, maybe just hugging for long periods of time, maybe then suddenly like you're undulating and spooning and doing it from behind. And maybe you get wild and kinky eventually, but that's just not the motive, because there's no motive in wave sex. There's basically just being here now, being in the moment fully, with connection as the only objective, connection and flowing energy, your love to them, and receiving the energy from them of their love, right? However it goes into you and however that moves you, and giving it however you feel inspired to give your love. But particle sex is practiced movements that are all they're just compartmentalized little fragments that you remember to keep doing each time you're with a woman. Like, okay, so I'm gonna put the leg up, kiss the ankle, and then I'm gonna say, turn around, let me do you from behind. And then I'm gonna oh yeah, I'm gonna kiss her down there a little bit, and then I'm gonna use my hands, and they're all good moves. Nothing's wrong with them, except for that she's totally not feeling the flow. She's feeling, actually, you might not realize this, but in particle sex, a woman actually feels used. She feels like you're just doing moves. It's just a routine, and you're not really in tune with her. There's no real fun. Because the fun is source, that when you're connected with the love in the way that's really fun, you both feel extremely energized. Now, the thing about particle sex is you feel exhausted afterwards. You've done all your tricks, you've done all your moves, you don't know why the energy's not really there. She doesn't even seem enthused with your best groove. So think about the universe, okay? Take you there, darling, take you there right now. The universe. They have the double slit experiment, right, where they want to know, does light go in waves? Does sound and light go in waves or particles, right? And when they're focusing on waves, it goes in waves. It is waves. But when they focus on particles, it's coming in particles. And then they're like, well, what's the deal here? Is it both, or is it the viewer that changes it by your focus? And I think it is both, but that everything becomes particles after creation. So, but in other words, creation has a divine impulse, and in the creation there's a separation from source, because it becomes something more other than itself, and then it becomes particles, and then eventually the particles miss source and they come back to the wave, which is eternal oneness with all, right? So so what do you do with that? Well, you think about the fact that if you're on the wave, you're feeling oneness with her, you're feeling oneness with all, you're feeling strong and powerfully guided without having to use your mind. When we're in particles, we're basically in the past, because all the particles of the cells, and the atoms that are making up the earth and the air and our bodies and the trees, they were a divine thought that became alive, sustained by the wave of oneness, right? But still particles that are dissipating eventually to die. Every tree will die, every person will die, because we have to go back to the wave. So particle sex doesn't last. It doesn't give you energy. It's actually relying on a past that doesn't exist. It's relying on the moves and the grooves that you had successfully used at one time. And women are the wave, right? So if you're in particle mentality in your sexuality, you're not with woman energy. And the thing is, this is what women have to teach you. This is why women are the divine teachers of sexuality. Even if she seems like, oh no, she's the uptight one. I will do all these interesting moves. She's not even creative. Well, think about it a little, feel on it a little differently, because the point for her is that you're the one relying on the particles of the past and entertainment factor. For her, she could just breathe with you, she could hug with you, and that would be a better idea than doing anything else than just connecting in present moment. Because for her, it's enough right there where you are. That is where source is. And the interesting thing is as you learn, as you open to being totally in the present moment with her and staying with the nothing, with the silence even, or just the sounds, movement and inspiration comes. It's amazingly unique and new, and or maybe it's just the same the same moves you've always done, but they're alive with feeling. Oh, now you're really, really touching her heart, soul, and body. Okay, so love to you, darling. Love life, like really love it. Give it your all and be in that present moment bravely. Okay, no shame, no blame, just bravely present. And that improvisation, inspiration, that magical nothing is your guidance factor. Okay, your heart, stay in your feelings, and let your eyes convey your love and presence. Let's smile a little bit, and stay in just the eye gazing. That's a great start. All right, love you, darling. Wave sex is the future of love, cosmic lovemaking, and particle sex is done, honey. It's done. It's been done. It's nothing. There's no real energy in it. Okay, so I love you. Connect with me at lovelifewitheve@gmail.com to get your questions answered, and connect with me for Love Life retreats. They're Eve's Eden Eternal Honeymoon retreats that I'm going to be doing soon. So if you're interested, connect with me at lovelifewitheve@gmail.com. Okay.